Year 2023! Or at least it's New Year's Day 2023 when I'm filming this. What day it is when you actually get around to watching it, I'm sure I don't know. But I'm going to sort darts and ramble, as is my tradition. This is the collection bin from the dartnet that you see in my videos, and I haven't sorted it in a while, and it's piling up. So I'm going to sit here and sort darts and ramble about the last year and talk about what I'm hoping to do this upcoming year, and we'll see where it goes. So, this last year, 2023, was basically everything that 2020 was supposed to be. I got to travel Europe for 2 weeks, which was an amazing, amazing trip. I am planning to do another European trip next year, though I'll probably only do 1 week, and it will be the week after Foam Fest. So I'll go to Foam Fest and then tour Europe, rather than touring Europe for 2 weeks and then showing up to Foam Fest so completely exhausted I couldn't think straight. That was a mistake. So we'll be going the other way around. And I plan to hit some different countries. I'm hoping to hit Low Rhine, Germany, and hopefully get to visit Low Rhine, the nerfer there. I got to meet him, but I didn't get the chance to go to his workshop. Train? I did get to travel a lot by train in Europe, and I wish we had more rail here in America so bad. We'll let it go by while I sort. Anyway, I would also like to see Switzerland, because I've never been to Switzerland, and it's right there by Low Rhine, Germany, I think, if I got my geography right. And I want to visit France. I have not visited, I have visited France, but that was 15 years ago or so, and I want to go back, so that's the plan for my Europe trip. I am also potentially hoping to get to Australia and New Zealand. Judd, the Aussie Nerf cowboy, the leader of my ferals, has invited me to come down to see Australia, and that sounds fantastic. And at some point, someone from New Zealand reached out to me to say that I would be welcome there should I wish to come visit, and I would absolutely love to if that offer still stands. I'm pretty sure that was pre-COVID, so who knows if that offer is still good. If you're seeing this and you're in New Zealand, by all means reach out to me and let's start planning, because I would love to hit New Zealand on my way into Australia. I also do plan to attend more events. So that was the other great thing about 2022, is I finally got to properly deploy to some major HVZs with a solid auxiliary crew, and with crew as well. I was able to bring a bunch of crew with me to UMBC, and we had auxiliary there from literally all over the world. And it was everything that I ever thought it could be and more, and it was awesome. And so there will be more of that. I've got several HVZs that I am tentatively planning to attend. I won't be making any official announcement until they make their official announcement. And then we will start planning for that and putting together a squad for me to lead. And that should be a lot of fun. I am trying to attend ones that I haven't attended before. For various reasons. I will be we'll probably be attending UMBC if that one happens. But all the other ones that if Ragnar Oktoberfest happens, I want to do that one as well, and I've been to that before. But several others that I'm looking at, I've never been to those locations, and so I'm excited about that. So hopefully I will be able to put together, again, solid squads to lead at those events, and it should be a lot of fun. The other thing that I had planned to do in 2020 but never did was my modular smart gun, modular proton pack project. And that is now well underway. I'm actually really glad that it got delayed, because in that intervening time, technology improved considerably. And so I was able to, instead of using the older manually activated proton packs, I now have access to the new out of darts current sensing automatic proton packs, and that is a far superior technology in every possible way. It simplifies wiring, it simplifies the build, it simplifies the connections, everything about it is a better design. And so I've retrofitted a bunch of old blasters that were previously built on the older system, as well as built new blasters around the newer system. And I still have a ways to go. I still need to retrofit Tier, which retrofitting Tier to work with a modern proton pack, that's easy, because Tier is already designed to get its power from the backpack. So it's just a matter of adding the modular coupling and changing one of the jacks. And then voila, it will now work with the new proton packs. The same goes for the flamethrowers. They were also, well, they were actually designed to have power in them that feeds to the backpack, but all I have to do with them, literally all I have to do is add the hose coupler, because there's no reason they can't feed from the proton pack, because you simply plug in the proton pack where you plugged in a battery, which is what you would normally plug into them. Actually, I'll have to remove one wire, but it'll be real simple to convert them to the newer proton packs. Once again, same thing with the smart gun. The smart gun is actually going to be getting a complete internal overhaul. Again, because I have more technology and more knowledge now than when I first built it 2 years ago. And so I can do a much better job now. And so that one will be getting a complete overhaul, but it will also be designed around the newer proton packs. The issue, the biggest problem I'm going to run into, and this will really come up more in the next video I do in the series, which should be on the flamethrowers, is retrofitting the older tanks to work with the newer blasters. And there's a couple of options I could do there. There's one thing I'm going to try, and if it works, that'll definitely be the way I go. But if I'm not able to get that to work, then I may go with a completely different option. And we'll see how it all works out. But that project has been something I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and seeing how well it is going, some of those blasters turned out ridiculous. The Soldier 76 blaster is just absurd in its rate of fire. To the point that, yeah, I need to build a blaster with a much larger capacity just to deal with that thing. But that'll be a fun project. I do have some other big projects that I want to work on. I want to do more. There's certain series I want to do more of. I want to do escalating loadouts. I want to do slightly unfair reviews more. I will continue to do K26 because it's a staple of the channel at this point, and I'm okay with that because a lot of new blasters have come out that I haven't gotten my hands on yet. There's rival blasters I haven't even gotten around to, and they're the most fun because they almost always can. But it's always fun to do springers, especially ones that... It's always fun when you find one that you didn't think was going to work, and then it does. That's always a really cool feeling. Those are the ones that I really enjoy. Ones where it's like rival, where I know this is going to work, but let's bust it open and do it anyway, just because, you know, I now have a slightly improved blaster, which is always fun. But escalating loadouts, I also want to do practical loadout videos. Loadouts that I actually would seriously run. And then I want to run them and get footage of me running them and seeing how effective they actually are, or how silly they are, or what it's like. I say this every year, and I'm going to continue to say it until I actually do it. I will try to get more actual game footage. I am atrocious at remembering to bring my GoPro or to turn my GoPro on. And so I never have as much game footage as I would like. But I will continue to try to improve that. By all means, feel free to harangue me until I do. If I go to an event and I have no footage, show me no mercy. Mock me until I get it right. Because I really want to. What else do I really want to do? The reassembly videos. I want to get back into doing the reassembly videos because I fairly continuously get comments from people thanking me for those because that video allowed them to fix their blaster. And that's the kind of videos I really like making, are ones that actually help people and improve the hobby. That's always been my favorite thing to do. That's what I started the channel as mod guides, and I want to get back to Monday mod tips, do more of that kind of stuff, because I've learned a lot in the last couple of years, and I want to learn more. And one of the best ways that I kind of force myself to learn more is to do videos on stuff. And I have to go and do the research and figure it out and test it, and then I know that thing. So I want to learn more with Arduinos to allow me to make more complicated blasters, select fire blasters, and that kind of stuff. I want to be able to get better with brushless motors, which is also something that requires Arduino. I want to learn HPA. I have the inestimable Dr. Pews in my crew, who has done some of the most absolutely ridiculous and amazing HPA stuff I have ever seen, and I still haven't managed to drag him up to my workshop to teach me how it all works. Because there's a lot of things I would love to do with HPA, and it's simply a matter of I don't know how to make it work. I understand it's not fairly complicated once you understand it, but I don't understand it. I don't know what kind of a tank I need, what kind of a pump I need, what kind of a valve I need. And I could almost certainly find most of that information online, but I would much rather have an excuse to get Dr. Pews up here to hang out and teach me the ways. So that's on my list of things to learn. There is always the question of money. All of this costs money. Travel costs money. The really big fancy videos that people enjoy tend to cost a lot more time and money. And I'm pretty much doing the absolute bare minimum possible to still make money on YouTube. I only do skippable ads at the beginning of my videos. I don't do mid-roll ads. I might have end of the video ads on now. And I don't do sponsored videos, which is apparently where the real money is. I get daily emails from companies offering sponsorships, but I really don't want to do them. Partly because they're never anything Nerf related, and having, you know, Raid Shadow Legends at the beginning of a video for Nerf just doesn't feel right. I know everybody does it. It's the only way you can actually survive full-time on YouTube anymore. You have to do the sponsorships. Ad revenue just does not make enough money anymore since Adpocalypse. Luckily, Nerf isn't my full-time job. I have a full-time job that pays my bills, pays my mortgage, helps cover a lot of my travel costs, because I don't make enough off YouTube anymore for the level of travel that I do now. When I first started doing Travel 1, I was making more on ad revenue than I do now, with far fewer subscribers. But I also didn't travel as much. Now I travel a lot more and make less in ad revenue, and so, you know, how do I deal with that? I'm missing a bit. I could give in and start doing mid-roll ads. That would increase both my revenue per video and would get my videos more views, because that's what the algorithm pushes. The more ads you have, the more they push you, because they make money off of you having ads. But I hate mid-roll ads. You know, in the middle of a sentence, it suddenly splits to Raid Shadow Legends. You know, if I can do it to where I'd have to check and see if you can actually choose where the break is, because I might be willing to do now a word from our sponsor in the middle of my video, cut to it, and then pop back, and that I might be willing to do if it's possible for me to choose where the ad break is. It would take a little more work, and I'd have to remember to do that, but it might be worth it. What do you guys think? Would that be Would that be too annoying, ad breaks in my videos? Let me know. You're the viewers. You're the one. I mean, if I do something and you stop watching, what was the point? So let me know what you guys think on that. The other thing is sponsored ads. The amount of money is ridiculous. For a small-time YouTuber, the amount that they offer per little 30-second blurb before your video, it's a lot of money. One of those would make as much as I do in 3 months from ad revenue, roughly. So I absolutely understand why people do it. I have no shade at people that do sponsored ads. Like I said, it's the only way you can do YouTube full-time, unless you're a huge channel. You just have to. So I might do those. Part of me would love to start doing commissions again. I just don't have time. Is the biggest problem, and then they get left on a shelf and forgotten for 3 years, and then I feel like a horrible person because I took on a job that I wasn't able to finish, and that is not cool. I may go the other route of, rather than doing commissions, just occasionally building stuff for the fun of it and selling it. I mean, I've got way more stuff here now than I'm ever going to use. I could definitely start tossing some stuff up on Etsy or wherever, selling it directly even. So then it's not taking up any extra time. If I do a build for a video, or I get sent something for review that I don't actually plan to use or don't need, or end up with spare parts, I could potentially sell that. Or I could just carry on as I am. Shameless plug, I do have a Patreon. It is down in the description. If you want to throw $1 a month at me, every little bit helps. Most of that money goes towards stuff for the makerspace. That was the original intention. Buying materials and tools, and if I have to buy more solder for the other workstations or buy new tools, that was where most of that went. And that would still be the plan. It would then, free up other funds for other things. Because I wouldn't have to use my YouTube money or my own money to buy tools and solder and stuff. So, there's always that. I've never gotten around to doing any kind of tiers or bonuses. I really should. If you have any ideas for things that you think would be worth it, let me know. It would actually be really easy for me to do, like, patches, 3D printed patches. Custom patches that I design and print and have, one for every month, and anyone over a certain threshold gets that month's patch every year. I mean, it would honestly not take me too long to put that together. And then I could also then take any extra patches after that month and bring them to events with me and sell them. Merch! I really should do more merch. We tried doing merch. I tried doing merch a while back and didn't really get it set up well, and it didn't sell well. Like the the X-Strike shirts are now on clearance on Out of Darts' website. I bought a bunch. I do still have like Teesprings and another one set up where I've got auxiliary stuff for shirts and all of that. I should probably look into that some more. Look more into merch, because then, yeah, I get a little bit of the money for everything that gets bought, and you get a thing, and who doesn't like stuff? So there's one. Let me know what kind of merch you would actually be interested in acquiring. And also, definitely, what kinds of content do you want to see? Again, you're the ones who watch my videos. If I'm not catering to you, what's the point? So what do you want to see more of? What are you not interested in that I do? Let me know. And if it's something I'm able and willing to do, I will start doing it. There may be various reasons that I quit doing something, or that I don't do something, or that I can't do something. If you make such a suggestion, I will try to respond and let you know. Now, sorry, as much as I'd love to do that, I can't for the following reasons. But by all means, let me know what you would like to see. You want to see more K26, more loadouts, more action footage, more build guides, reviews. I mean, I've never been a huge fan of doing like unboxings and like just going to Walmart and buying the newest Nerf blaster and unboxing it and talking about it. That's never been the kind of review that I was really interested in. I mean, you know that I am a shameless fan of free stuff, and that will continue. If people want to send me stuff, I will happily do a review video on your gizmo. I particularly like doing that for folks within the hobby because, you know, I get the free stuff, they get the publicity. You know, it's helped a number of people launch whole businesses in 3D printing, and that's really, really cool. And people who came up with a little gizmo because they were interested sent it to me. I made a video, and suddenly, you know, they were so flooded with sales they couldn't keep up and had to outsource, stuff like that. That's the stuff I really like reviewing now. When NF Strike reaches out and offers me a Swift and a Fire Rat and a Phoenix 2.0, I'm gonna take it. Because it's good stuff, it's free stuff, it's stuff I was gonna buy and now I don't have to. Whereas for like makers in the hobby, I actually, part of me really prefers paying for it because I want to support them. So, you know, it doesn't bother me to pay for stuff, and I'm still, if I have the time, I'm still more than willing to do a video on it. And if I use it in a video, I will obviously give it a shout out. I really enjoy that kind of stuff. I'm not the sort to go reaching out to people to ask for stuff. If you have a thing and I want it and you have an offer to give it to me for free, I will just give you money and then it will be mine. You know, I cannot imagine being the sort of person that goes to a small independent designer within our hobby and goes, "Hi, I'm Captain Xavier. Send me a thing for free." No. I will throw money at you. Though that has backfired on me, kind of. Not really. You'll find out what I'm talking about. I don't know when, but it's coming. Anyway, yeah, so, I mean, if you have designed a thing and you think it would be something I would enjoy or that the hobby could use, by all means, I'm perfectly happy to review it. I'm happy to pay for shipping. I'm happy to just buy it. You know, just let me know. We can come to an arrangement. But yeah, let me know what you want to see, because that's what I want to do. I'm getting down to the half darts and rival here. We're getting to the end. What else did I do last year? Lego! I went to Brick Cascade, brought the whole fleet, me and Sergeant Deplorable, with our massive war fleets, and that was just super cool. We got featured on Beyond the Brick, which is a big Lego YouTube channel that I followed, and so that was exciting. I felt all famous and stuff, and I'm used to that in the Nerf world, but I'm not used to that in the Lego world. I started being a regular guest on a bi-weekly live stream called Old Gray Bricks, where I'm actually one of the younger people. They're all just a little bit older than me, enough that they remember stuff in the early days that had already been retired by the time I got seriously into Lego. That's been a lot of fun. I then went to Brick Con up in Seattle, brought my castle for the first time, realized how very incomplete it was and how much work it needed, and so I've been working on that, and that has been awesome. It's been getting some massive upgrades, and been doing research online, looking at techniques. God, Lego technique has come so far in just the last 10 years. There were so many just amazing parts and build techniques that just didn't exist that now do, and you can do just such amazing stuff, and trying to keep up with that has been a lot of fun. keep forgetting I'm not as good at keeping up with my Lego channel as I am with my Nerf channel, and that's, you know, it's the smaller channel. I've got less than 7,000 subscribers, and so I make like $1 a month off of it. But I do enjoy it, and I do need to get up there more and continue with content. I'm way behind, like years behind, on building sets that people have sent me, which is probably why I don't get sent as many sets anymore, because I never got around to building them. And if he's not going to build it, why should I send him more? And that is a completely and perfectly legitimate way to look at it. So I do need to get to that. I am part of the issue is I'm running out of space for stuff, and so if I build a set for Lego by the book, I'm gonna have to take it back apart and just part it out or put it back in the box. There are some sets that have been sent that they're cool and I want to build them because they're cool, but I have really no use for the parts, and I could actually, it'd almost be a greater value for me to trade it in to, say, Bricks and Wheels, or take it to one of the conventions and trade it in there for stuff I'm actually going to use. But since they were gifts, I feel bad about that, and a lot of the value is lost if you actually open it up and build it. Not a lot, but some. And so, you know, what do I do with that? What is the ethical thing to do? I definitely want to build it. I'm going to build them all because I want it, because that's what Lego is for. But what I do with it after is kind of the question. Whether I part it out and pour it into the bins to never get used, or if I give it to somebody who will appreciate it. Part of me really kind of want to... I want to do both. I want the Lego because it's mine, but I also, there's that I want it to get used. I've gotten so much stuff, both in Nerf and Lego, that was given to me by people because they wanted it to go to a good home. They wanted it to go to someone who would use it, who would appreciate it. And so I want to kind of pass that along myself. So, what do you guys think? What's the better way to go about that? Especially if you're one of the people that sends me stuff. What do you want me to do with the stuff that you send me? Should I put it on display, show it in the background of a video, and then what should I do? Yeah. Most of you are probably aware, though she hasn't shown up in too many videos recently, I do have a cat. There is no two ways about it. It started out with me just putting food out to try to entice one of the local swamp cats, one of the feral cats that live down in my marsh, to take up residence in my shop to deal with vermin. And that worked really, really well. One particular little black cat took up the bait and started coming in, and she had a litter of kittens, but continued to show up. Never brought the kittens to me. They would run away from me. But then she got pregnant again, and my neighbor let me know about a program that the county has where they take in pregnant feral cats, take care of them, make sure they get their shots and they're healthy, make sure the kittens get born, and then find homes for the kittens, and then neuter the cat so that she doesn't have any more, because apparently we have a feral cat problem in this county. I prefer to think of it as a rodent solution, but I figured this particular cat had at least 2 litters already. She had done her bit for the continuation of the species. So got her taken in, she got taken care of, got her babies were had, and she got her shots, and then she came back to me. And that is the point at which she started hanging around a lot more, and eventually I let her into the house, and then it started to get really, really cold, and I couldn't bring myself to leave her outside because I'm an old softy, and so now she is a fully indoor-outdoor cat. She comes and goes as she pleases. And she takes better care of me than I take care of myself. She reminds me when I need food. She wakes me up in the morning. She tells me when it's time to go to bed. She's a wonderful, wonderful cat. And every once in a while she shows up in videos and people, oh, there it is. And, yep, that's Swamp Cat. I call her Swamp Cat because she came from the swamp. I need to get her some presents. I want to get her a dingly ball and as realistic of a small rubber snake as I can find, because that is her favorite thing to hunt. She likes to hunt snakes, and she likes to play with them, and so I want to get her a really realistic one that'll actually flop around like a dead snake does when she flings it about, because she loves that. Somebody sent me a plastic rubber snake, but it's not actually like rubbery, silicone-y, floppy around. And she still likes attacking that, so I figure if I can find her a very realistic one, she would really enjoy that. So, right, that leaves pouring the rival. I think I got everything that's not rival out of here now. The issue is I don't want, you know, a dart head or a random bit of something, a hyper round or something getting into my proton pack tank and befouling it. Ooh, God, break stuff. Ah, still missed a few. Hey, it's almost full again. I think there's some still in some tanks here and there. You belong in there, you guys belong in there. Right, there's my New Year's ramble. Feel free to answer any of the questions, ask any questions, let me know, invite me to events, send me stuff. Whatever you want. I am eternally grateful for all of your support. I would literally not be where I am today. I would not have this place, I would not have this shop, I would not have most of this stuff were it not for you, those who have supported me, and I genuinely appreciate that, and I wanna give back as much as I can, so let me know what I can do to give back to you, to thank you for your support. And as always, thank you guys for watching. What happened to that wheel? You are all messed up. I'm back. Turns out there's still some detritus to sort, the random stuff. And there was still another topic I forgot to mention, and that was hosting events. I do plan to continue to host events here at my place for small groups within our local groups. I do want to expand. I've been wanting to do that for years, and maybe this will be the year it finally happens, where I am able to expand it so I can host larger events. There's some significant improvements I'd like to make to my current arena, as well as make an actual play field, a larger play field. We'll see if I'm actually able to get around to that. Again, that takes time and money, which, that's a thing. I also, what I really want to do is start encouraging and supporting and helping other people host more events, because currently pretty much the only major event worth attending locally is our Wars at Borst, and I always end up running that, or being significantly involved in running it. And as a result, I don't get to actually play that much. And I could more, but it's kind of gotta focus on one thing rather than do a bunch of things halfway. And so I really want to encourage, there are a number of individuals who are really also looking into doing some serious events. Dr. Flux, I definitely want to help support him. He's further north, so that helps the people that are that way. They don't have to travel all the way down to me. Fox Gaming is just a little south of me, actually. I think they're closer to me than Borst is. And I'd love to support them, because it would make it, once again, quite a bit closer for the folks down in the Portland area. Wouldn't have to go all the way up to Borst. They would only have to go about halfway. So that would be nice, and that would again be events that I wouldn't have to run. I could just go and participate, and that would be really, really nice. So I will be getting in contact with them and seeing what I can do to help. If there's, things that I can provide to make it go smoother for them, help them get off the ground. Like Dr. Flux is more organized and ready to go than I am, so he probably doesn't need my help, but I do have expertise in running events and what people like and what people don't like, and but I'm also hoping that they'll innovate, come up with new things that we've never thought of and never tried, because that's what keeps life interesting. Yeah. So yeah, and again, I'll try to get actual footage when I go to those, because those are the events where I could then run loadouts that I make videos on. Because I want to do that, and I'd be able to go, aha, here I'm showing up with my all-Titan rocket loadout, or I'm showing up with my shotgun loadout, or my demolisher rocket loadout, or my all-pistols loadout, or, those are things that I want to try, and it'd be a lot easier if I had more local events to go to. I run out of time real quick, though. Like, some of my months are almost already full, and I'm running out of weekends, but more local games would be a lot easier to attend than, traveling all over the country and the world. So, yeah. That! Supporting the hobby. I like doing that. I feel it's definitely the best use of my time and energy to help make the hobby better, because, I play in it, and I want it to improve. There are a lot of weird darts in here. What is this even from? Alright. Now I'm done, I think. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. If the music doesn't start, then it's not. But you never know. Maybe I'll throw something in after the credits. I've been known to do that. Thank you for watching. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see.
Nothing, that is, other than Swamp Cat demanding pets and being adorable, for she is a good woman. Yes, she is.